The Colonial Athletic Association tournament is coming to the North Charleston Coliseum this Friday. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with one person who's been to a lot of tournaments during his career, Coach John Kresse. Coach Kresse, it is so good to see you.
Thank you, Quintin. It's great to be with you as usual.
Yes,
you are
sir.
one of the legends in Charleston. You are Quintin Washington. It's just great to be here this morning.
Look, I want to say that you are the legend.
We both are.
Yes, well, thank you. I want to refresh your memory because I was at Starbucks editing an interview for Quintin's Close-Ups. Yes, I used their free Wi-Fi. But you and your wife were coming by, and I approached you about doing an interview, and you're so gracious and approachable, and you said yes to me.
Sure.
And I know that you've been so busy since that time. What is it like to be Coach John Kresse these days?
It's good. This is my 38th year at the College of Charleston. I came in 1979. I coached at the Silcox Gymnasium. Those were back in our NAIA days. And then we went to the F. Mitchell Johnson Center, where I coached for the remainder of the 23 years of coaching. And it was fun. I saw the school grow. I saw the city grow.
Right.
I saw basketball becoming more and more popular here each and every year. And then I stayed on. When I did put the whistle away in 2002,
That's right.
I was able to stay on to do some teaching.
Right.
I teach a coaching class here at the college. I do some fundraising for the school.
Right.
I bring back the alumni for our alumni game and day, and I do a golf tournament, a fundraiser at Kiowa every year in October. So it's still busy, but it's no longer the pressure of recruiting and winning games. It takes its toll on you, but overall I had 38 total years of coaching. 1 year in high school, 11 years at St. John's, my alma mater in New York, where I was an assistant coach, and 3 years with the New York Nets in the ABA, and then 23 years here. So it's been a full life, and I love Charleston. I love still representing the college and being in this great community.
You talk about the tournament days. You guys are now with the Colonial Athletic Association, and as you know, one day from now is the CAA tournament in North Charleston. Talk to me about where you are emotionally with that.
I am very emotionally involved because the College of Charleston has not been to the NCAA tournament since 1999.
Ooh.
It's been a drought.
Right.
We've gotten close. Coach Wojcik took the team to a championship game, losing to Davidson in Asheville for the championship game. Coach Bobby Crimmins was in the championship game 3 times, and we couldn't, win all the games necessary. Now Earl Grant comes in. He won 23 games this season, his 3rd year at the college. He was 14-4 in conference play, and it's in our backyard, the North Charleston Coliseum. It's not our home court, the TD Arena, but it's pretty close to our home court. So the team is gelling. The fans are going to be there. It's an exciting time. We finished number 2 in the league. UNC Wilmington, who won the championship last year, they won the regular season, and they went to the NCAA tournament. They are number 1. We are number 2. So if we both win games on Saturday and Sunday, we would meet for the championship on Monday. But maybe you're taking it a little too quick here. Let's win that first one on Saturday and advance. Advance, stay alive, and survive.
You talk about Earl Grant. I mean, there's so many statistics when you talk about his success here as a head coach at the men's basketball team at the College of Charleston. What is the biggest difference between your era and Earl Grant's era right now?
Well, he has the TD Arena to recruit to and to play in. The Silcox Gym and the Johnson Center were nice, but they weren't this Madison Square Garden that's just out there.
Right.
We're in the media room right now.
Yeah.
So Earl has that going for him. He's in a tougher conference than I was in. When we went from the NAIA to Division I, first we were in the Trans-American Athletic Conference, then we went to the Southern Conference, and now the Colonial Athletic. And the Colonial Athletic Conference has more tradition in basketball. Years back, it had 2 teams, VCU and George Mason, go all the way to the Final Four. So Earl's going to face a tougher schedule, a tougher conference, and teams like more from the Northeast. This is a conference we have Wilmington, and we have Elon in the
Right.
south, but then it goes to Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, Boston, so it's more kind of up towards the north, which is fine. But Earl, he's an energetic guy. He's a Charleston guy.
Yes.
Born here, raised here,
Right.
went to Stall High School,
Right.
went to Georgia College, then worked at the Citadel for Pat Dennis for a couple of years, then worked for Greg Marshall. Greg Marshall was one of my assistants for 8 years.
That's right.
So Earl went to Winthrop for 3 years with Coach Marshall, and Coach Marshall went to Wichita State.
Right.
Earl went with him for 3 years, so after 6 years, then Earl went to Clemson and was with Brad Grinnell for 4 years. So he paid his dues, Earl. He's a great apprentice. Now he's running the show. He can recruit, he can teach, he can communicate, he can motivate. He has the trust of the players. They have the trust in him. He calls the basketball program the People's Program.
Right.
He says it's the program for the alumni, for the students, for the city, and I love that. He says it's a family. We support each other. We care for each other. So he has really rallied the troops with his pizzazz, his personality, his background, and his ability to be a teacher coach. The program is in great hands.
Man, you talk about the People's Program. I was reading Gene Sapakoff's column in the Post and Courier, and it basically said that, hey, it's all about the students and really the city of Charleston, and that's what Earl was talking about. But I can tell that the energy is coming back from your days. How's it like to see that? I know you mentioned it briefly about it earlier.
Well, I love to see that. Earl has kind of captured the emotions of fans again. He's so down to earth. He just wins you over quickly with his dynamic personality.
Right.
I try to have energy, enthusiasm each day of my life, both on and off the court. I think Earl exemplifies that also. So it's coming back, and if we can get in the NCAA tournament, that opens the doors for so many other things. We've been close, but now it's a time to try it again. And the tournament is now 3 years in a row going to be at the North Charleston Coliseum, which is really nice. Basketball people, they started the year with the Charleston Classic right here at the TD Arena. We had Villanova, we had Central Florida, we had Boise State. So people, and then we had our regular season, and now we have the tournament, right in our own backyard. It's a smorgasbord of basketball,
Right.
and Earl is here with his team. We will play the winner of the Delaware-James Madison game, which is played Friday night. And then we play at 6 o'clock Saturday. If we should win, we'll be in the semifinals playing at 4:30 on Sunday. If we win that, then it's championship time Monday night at 7 p.m.
Wow. Let's stay here at the TD Arena because upstairs is the new athletic director, Matt Roberts. He came on early in January, and you described Earl as energetic. Matt Roberts is as well.
Oh, yeah. Matt is a real pro. His background is he went to the University of North Carolina, so he's a Tar Heel.
Yes.
Then he worked at Oklahoma. He worked at SMU, so he has really good experience. He's born and raised in North Carolina. He comes with a wife, a boy, and another one on the way. And he has really captured me as a guy who sees the whole picture, has a vision for the athletic department and basketball and the college that is unique and it's dynamic. He's so well spoken, so he's going to be running. We have 19 teams here, so there's a lot on the table for Matt, but he'll do well. I think he'll lead well. And he said it's all about the student athletes. Yeah, coaches, fans, a lot of people are important, but the student athletes, that's what we're all about. That's why we play basketball, that's why we play the sports, to accommodate, to give the student athletes a stage, to have them play well, represent well, and graduate and be real successes out there in the real world when they do get their degree at that cistern in that gorgeous, gorgeous graduation.
Wow, exactly right. Well, this was a pleasure, and this was a blessing. So thank you again, because I interviewed you for Quintin's School Subs 4 years ago.
I remember Quintin. Well, it's good to see you,
Yes,
Quintin,
sir.
and if I ever can help you or anybody else, I'm at 307 Meeting Street.
That's right. That's
I'll have a cup of coffee. Anybody walks in that door and wants to say hello and chat with me,
That's right.
there's a free cup of coffee,
There you go.
and as much time as they want, I have that time for them. Love this place, love this school, love this city. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. We really appreciate that, Coach.
Thanks, Quintin.
Thank you.